Shine bright like a diamond.
Right, welcome back everybody. And Sister Devi is here. We're going to show some videos now. Anil, if you could introduce us, good morning once again.
Good morning.
If you could just introduce what the videos are that we're about to show.
The video shows violence in schools between two boys in a classroom, and the classmates cheering it on. And at one point, one of the boys pulled a knife, but didn't use it. Thankfully, otherwise it would have been bigger in the news.
There's too much violence. I think the elimination of corporal punishment was a mistake.
Yes, yes.
I think that was a mistake.
Yes.
A major mistake. Because students feel they could get away with anything now. There's just simply too much indiscipline.
Yes, I went to that school, and when I went, it had corporal punishment, and it did an amazing job of keeping the boys in line.
Yeah.
But now with the lack of it, I see the degradation of the school.
Yeah, corporal punishment needs to come back. I think it was a
Yes.
mistake removing corporal punishment from schools.
I agree as well.
And let's go with this video. Giles, if we could show it here. This is, of course, a fight between students in Karapi, China. We're going to discuss the issues of anger in the society. Let's take a look at it. Now, we had in this instance where this young man here, he was what? He's the one who picked the fight?
This young guy is the one who picked the fight. Just look at his energy. You can tell that he is like all bad. The taller guy, he's a nice guy. You could tell that he doesn't want to fight back. If he's just pushing him away, he doesn't want to hit him. But the younger one is the one he's throwing all the punches. You know, and you could just tell he's just bad news, you know, and it's pretty sad, as you said, you know, there's a lot of anger going on in schools. But honestly, what you're going to see is more. Crime will go up. No amount of government or changes in government will help crime, because there's something going on in the magnetic field where if you're angry already, you're going to become more bad. If you're bad, you're going to get worse. If you're good, you're going to get better. But you're going to see more and more crimes happening at schools. You're going to see crimes on the street, criminal activity, because of this magnetic shift or this pole shift that is currently happening. This was taped by a couple of the other men, the young boy, sorry, was posted on Facebook.
But did the tall one have a knife?
The tall one had a knife, but he did not use it. Because he did not want, this was a penknife. Because you could see he pulled out the penknife, but this little one was just beating him constantly. You know, nobody held him back. The other kids just looked on and cheered on. Nobody helped the other one. Or you know, there's a lot of bullying going on in schools, eh? But this guy, see, he doesn't want to fight. He had the opportunity to punch him. That's when he had the knife, you know. But that one wanted to beat the shorter one wanted to hit. See? Because if you look, the taller one was trying to protect himself. And you know, a lot of children, they don't go telling their parents what happens at school because the parents doesn't believe them or tell them deal with it. Because the parents, they have their own problems going on. But, you know, it's very frightening. It's very frightening, but it's a magnetic or a pole shift that is currently happening. And a lot of people will start feeling that vibration. And as I said, who are already angry will become worse. See?
Yeah.
He was just going up to his face, constantly going up to his face.
Yeah.
You know, but it's going to get worse, unfortunately. But as I said before,
I think it was a major mistake to remove corporal punishment. We could take this video off now, Giles.
But believe it or not,
I think that's enough for the public to see.
It was an American guy who was a psychologist. He who said, you know, take corporal punishment away from the world. Did you know that his son committed suicide? Because of the same, you know, his father was always correct this or correct that, and his own son committed suicide. But if you think about it also with the new, all this drama that is happening and corporal punishment, they're taking it out. You have more jobs for police, you have more jobs for courts, the courthouse, probably is a lot of cases.
Yeah.
You know, a lot more issues, but it's really starting from elementary
Well, by
level.
the removal of corporal punishment, what you're ending up doing is that you're putting students now into the court system.
Yes.
That's
Because
it.
that's the only place to address it.
Yes.
Well, that's it.
yes.
So
But
you're
then how
taking
much-
students to put, but if they know that they're going to get beaten, they won't be walking with knives in school. They won't be trying to beat their teachers. We had a case where a teacher was also beaten.
I do a lot of readings with teachers and doctors and people of different, you know, job-wise and stuff. And this teacher in Laventille told me, she said, sister, they throw urine at me. And I said, really, what do you do? She says, nothing, I have to work there because that's where they put me. And it's very, very bad, you know.
Yeah.
It's really bad, but
It's disturbing.
very disturbing. It starts from the elementary level where I believe we need to have counselors in schools.
We have some pictures now that we're going to show. What are these pictures, Sister Devi?
Well,
If you could
a couple
introduce
of-
it to me.
A couple of pictures at the beginning. You know, there was a little child, 4-year-old, who passed away recently from cancer. And this young child met me. They called me for a reading, and I went to the hospital a couple times. Dylan, my goodness, this little boy, the 2 weeks prior to his death, he took my bead, my Rudraksha bead, and he used to tease me. We used to tease each other. And he never gave it back to me. He held it for the 2 weeks until his passing. And he was such an inspiration that this soul, before his passing, I told his father, Wayne, I said, brother, I see this soul in a temple. This soul just dancing in a temple because Durga Mata and Hanumanji, they were helping him to leave the body, the physical body, but because the body had become so diseased. But this soul was like truly, truly a gifted soul. Only 4 years old, but he knew so much. He didn't allow anyone else to touch him. But I would have to put like rubber, castor oil and
coconut.
massage his hands and his feet. And the day he passed on, his father called me, sister, I think, you know, but I knew. I knew he was going to leave because his soul was visiting me constantly,
Yeah.
even up to yesterday and today. He came through, you know, my daddy. He will talk about his daddy. He'll talk about, you know, the soul's like so powerful. If people, you know, believed and truly know that you exist after this plane, it's amazing how much you can do, how much light you can bring in.
What did he die of?
Cancer. I believe it was leukemia cancer.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yes.
So he was born with
But
leukemia.
what amazing. He was very intelligent for his age, very loving, very sweet. You
I know you have the capacity to tell about someone's
Health.
past life.
Yeah.
And as in the case of this child, was this any soul that came through?
This was an extremely old soul. This, I told the father, I said, this is not a young soul. This is a very, very old soul that only played a part. We call it 4 years here, but in actuality, it's an amount of breath. If you have
The
to take
amount of breaths.
Yeah, it goes by the breath, not by the age.
Right, okay.
Because if you look at time, you know, so he only had 4 years human time here, but he, you know, like he's with in the heavenly regions, just doing meditation and working towards his next birth.
All right.
You know, but he comes through because when the father and the mother and they grieve, then the soul, not just him, but in general, like the lady who called the depressed lady, the souls cannot find that peace.
Yeah.
They will come back and stay with their loved ones to give them that comfort.
All right.
You know?
Anil, I just want to go across very quickly to
Sure.
the charity and,
Yes.
and what you're doing and the Red Chariot organization.
Well,
Go
we
ahead.
started with our April food drive, and every week it has been extended because we get tips of where to go to needy people, needy families. We have on the schedule to go to Tortuga in Grand Couva.
Oh, there's RT in the background.
Yes.
There's RT. Okay. And that's her friend Laura, I believe. Oh,
Yes.
there's
Yes.
RT again.
Yes.
We have so much fun, you would be surprised.
Yeah, it makes the work easy when you have good people around.
Yes. That's Baby Balkaran, one of our members.
This is at a church in California. Pastor Tommy is doing a great job, and his dad
Right.
serving that community. We feel really great going there. And this is in Jordan Street in
This is Pastor
California.
Tommy.
Okay.
That is
Yeah.
Pastor Tommy. He needs a lot of assistance here. He and his family alone is trying to serve that community there, and whatever assistance, you know, will be rendered will be really appreciated. We also in the process of building a storeroom. We did have a storeroom, but it was taken away from us. Sister Devi is using her personal finances to start the foundation. So if anybody wants to help us with the completion of that storeroom, we would really, really help in storing our food. We're looking for a fridge and a deep freeze to store grains on a longer term scale. So we have great plans for the charity. We want to do Meals on Wheels, where we will cook hot meals during the summer vacation and go to a venue, like a church or a mosque.
Yeah.
Every weekend we will go to a different community and serve hot meals. We will cook it in our homes.
Yeah.
So we have a good vision of what we would like to do for Trinidad and Tobago, but we need the public assistance, because we need resources. We take our own finances when the charity doesn't have enough to make do.
Yeah.
And that is part of the sacrifice that we signed up for. This is also in Komoto.
Yeah.
This is Dr. Chris.
And his future wife.
His future wife. A great supporter.
What Gyan? This is...
Chris Gyan from San Gandhi Hospital.
Okay, okay.
Yes, and it's Chantal.
Any relation to Vidya Gyan? I wonder if it's Dr. Vidya Gyan, Tota Maharaj?
Probably, yes. He's a young guy, but he's very smart.
Yes.
25-year-old,
Yeah.
This is Beulah from...
She's a community rep.
Yes.
Yes.
And this lady needed a lot of help. Her daughter, I think she committed suicide, the lady in the blue. And her husband died by drowning. She has to take care of all the grandchildren. She needs a lot of help.
Yeah.
We actually somebody donated, Radha Mahabir.
Yes,
donated
from Cedrus.
How can people donate? How do you go about collecting? Is it that they bring the food? What's the process?
We have different drop-off points. We have Baby Balkaran 7655388 if you're interested and in the central area. We also have our Facebook page, Red Chariot Foundation on Facebook. We have all of our events and contact information there. We have our email, info@redchariot-tt.org. Okay, we do have different drop-off points. Contact us and we will let you know which area is closest to you.
Go on Facebook, Red Chariot Foundation, or
Naila Hussein has a Jabli Rawe 140 Eastern Main Road in Napuna. That's a drop-off point. I work in Port of Spain on Tragreet Road. You can contact me and I could always meet anybody.
Let's put the numbers up. Can we give the numbers if we can just put it up? Do you want to do that or you don't want to do that?
We prefer electronic communication is more effective. Last time we were on, I got 500 calls.
One day.
On the show.
In one day.
In one day
too
on
much
the show.
Sister Baby also got up close to that figure as well.
But after that show, I could not focus. A lot of people were sending me like energy, like they wanted to meet me or talk to me and stuff. And I was like, I couldn't do, for the life of me, could do anything. And I thought it was you. I thought you were sending me those messages, but along with, because I couldn't.
Because of the amount of people that we're trying to get through.
Energy, yeah. So, if you have like 100 people pray for one soul that is sick, that the soul could get better.
Yeah.
So could you imagine energy flows,
Yeah.
So it's quite interesting.
It's fascinating. I'm fascinated about the fact that you can actually go into someone's past life, which I find to be quite amazing.
Past and future.
Yeah.
Past, present, and future. Because it's like some people, Hindus know it as cities or gifts, spiritual gifts, and I try to use it for the betterment of mankind. I'm only here to serve God, not serve myself. So if you came through, you were a teacher in your past.
I was a teacher.
An old.
Am I of Trinidad or am I?
India. You were in India because you always wore this dhoti, and you were bald-headed in your past life as well. But you used to wear these thick glasses. I don't know, these thick glasses, but you were very intelligent, especially to do with mathematics and. On that level. So it was quite interesting. That's why you came
So I'm not
through.
an old Trinidad soul?
You will be an old Trinidad soul.
I will be an old Trinidad soul. Okay. This is fascinating. Maybe we could just squeeze in about 2 more calls before we bring in Hazel Brown. We're going to talk about women in local government politics. Let's take 2 calls, 665-6278. Let's see if you could jump in and, of course, have a quick reading here with Sister Devi. And electronically, we'll just mention to them again via Facebook.
Via Facebook or email.
Or email. The email address. Can we put the email address up? It's up. It's up on the screen. So, of course, those of you who want to donate to the Red Chariot Foundation, let's take this caller. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, ma'am.
Sitaram.
Sitaram.
I would like to know about my mother, my father, and my sister. They both passed away. I also have my father-in-law passed away.
Wow.
You want all 4, ma'am, this morning?
Well, I can tell you that they are all coming through together. Your father was a tall guy?
No,
because one of them was tall and 5 feet 5'5" to 5'9", but a small frame. Okay, and dark skin with high cheekbones. Is that your father-in-law?
And my father-in-law, he was a very fair man. He was not tall. My father also short, like probably 4 feet 2 or so.
No, yeah, 5'2". Okay, this person that is coming through has to be an uncle because he's saying, I'm here, why don't you want to find out about me? You also had an uncle that passed on.
I have 2 uncles passed, but both short as well. We are short.
Okay, so this person that is coming through is dark with high, not too dark skin, but with high cheekbones. He's saying he was good looking, you know, but nice straight nose, very nice. Where your mother was concerned, she was also very short.
Yes,
she used to talk a lot.
Sorry?
She used to talk a lot. Was she always correcting everybody?
I think my mom was a very quiet person, a very quiet, praying person.
Yeah, because I'm seeing her talking. She's coming through her saying correcting everybody. And she used to cook. Was a very good cook.
Yes, it's true.
Yeah, but they're all together. They're very, very happy. They crossed over to the ocean, the river. They crossed over well. It was great. They're saying it was a good passing.
Okay, what about my sister?
Your sister was very sick?
Yes, she had cancer.
Yeah, because it was very confusing for her at first.
Okay.
She did not want to pass, or she did not want to leave, she says.
Okay.
She had children?
Yes, 3 children.
Right, so it was a bondage with the children. She did not want to leave them behind.
Okay.
But she's okay. She says, everything was done for me. Everything was done for me.
Can you tell me a little bit about myself?
You really late on, don't you, man?
Just a minute.
Okay, you are a kind-hearted person, very nice person. Watch for thyroid problems or something with the neck.
Okay.
All right? And watch for asthma or sinus problems.
Okay.
All right?
Yes. Thank you so much. God bless you in a special way, Sarah.
Jai
Where are you calling from, ma'am?
Marabella.
Marabella, okay, all right. Let's take one more call on this. We over time? Oh yeah, okay, we're actually over time now. Folks, let's close. We got the email address on, so let's start wrapping. Let me start with you first, Anil.
Thank you so much. Please support our charity. We're trying to do a great thing for Trinidad and Tobago. And thanks to Win Communications for helping us in this endeavor.
Right,
Thank you,
good.
Anthony.
Sister Devi?
Brother, thank you so very, very much, because without you, we wouldn't have been able to do so much as we have done in the past month. And
Right.
it's because of that last program.
Right.
And you really pushed us to the top. And a lot of people got assistance because of you, not because of us.
Oh, thank you very
A lot
much.
of people
Okay, I'm
called.
happy to hear that.
You know, so we are really happy and grateful that we can be a part of Win Communication, and you know.
Well, we're going to come back on in about 2 weeks from now.
Yes.
We're inviting you back on to come
Sure.
and spend some time
People
with
can
us.
check on Facebook. They'll see what date as well.
Red Chariot
Red
Foundation.
Chariot Foundation, Sister Devi, and you can find out a lot more about us.
All right,
You know?
good. That's good stuff. I'd like to thank you very much.
Thank you.
Jai
Sitaram.
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 We'll be right back after this with Hazel Brown. Stay with us.
Yeah, man.
Welcome. This is Win Caribbean.